For you gentlemen out there that work in a healthcare setting, especially in a hospital, and you want to smell good, I understand that's going to be tough to pull because a lot of these patients that come in are really sick and they have a lot of allergies, and wearing a fragrance, dealing with patients sometimes just does not mesh well together. So what are we supposed to do? For me personally, I've been working in a hospital setting for over 10 years. So I've come up with 5 different fragrances that I feel like is best for the hospital setting. It's going to make you feel good, smell good, be a compliment getter, but at the same time won't choke out your patients. Now, I don't have these ranked in last to least, like number 5 is not the worst, number 1 is not the best. It's just 5 fragrances in my collection that I feel like is appropriate and that I use on the daily when I'm working in a hospital setting. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with number 5, we have Parfums de Marly SEDLEY. Now this in its own is a blue fragrance, what they say a versatile fragrance. As you see, the bottle is blue, and yes, you can wear this year round in pretty much any setting. In my honest opinion, it's also appropriate for the healthcare workers that work in the hospital setting. It's a very fresh scent that smells like you just stepped out of the shower. When you first spray this on, it has a nice citrus opening. It's not overpowering, and it dries down. You can start smelling that lavender. Then it really dries down after X amount of hours. It gets into that ambroxan, a little bit of hint of patchouli, woodsy, just very, very nice. A nice compliment getter. Also, won't choke out your patients. Longevity, you're looking anywhere from 6 to 7.5 hours, depending on your skin type. Projection is anywhere from 3 to 4 feet, but it has a very nice projection. It's not overpowering. I never, ever in my history of working in a hospital and wearing SEDLEY have ever gotten a complaint from a patient or a coworker, nurse, administrator, whoever the case may be. I've always got nice compliments saying I smell good, and this is one of those fragrances, if you work in a hospital setting, you should take a hard look at. Number 4 on the list is going to be FLORIS, German Street. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It makes me feel like I'm a successful man when I wear this. I mean, that's the scent profile that I get out of it. When you first spray it on, you have an opening of a nice, clean, cinnamon-like opening, but then it dries down to a powdery scent. Does not smell sweet. When we say powdery, sometimes sweetness is what pops in my head, but there is no sweetness in this at all. It's like a powdery, clean, successful smell to it. And this is Floris's one of, in my opinion, their best fragrance in their house. Longevity, I get anywhere from 6 hours to 7 hours. It doesn't last as long as, say, the Parfums de Marly SEDLEY would last, but then again, I don't need it to last that long because my shifts are anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. Projection, I get anywhere from 3 to 4 feet, depending on how many squirts I put on. I usually put around 5 sprays, and once again, that is not overpowering at all. Once again, I've never had a complaint from a patient on the way I smell. This is a very, very low-key, very nice smell that's almost, I would say, is subtle, mysterious, if that makes any sense. Meaning that once you put this on and you walk by someone, they smell your scent trail, they're not going to be like, oh my God, that stinks, or oh my God, that's choking me. It's more like, oh wow, that smells good. I smell something really nice, a hint of cleanliness, if you know what I'm talking about. Number 3 on the list is another blue fragrance. This is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. You guys have gotten a picture. I actually love Bleu de Chanel Parfum, a highly versatile fragrance that's good anywhere you wear it. Once again, hospital setting approved. I've worn this many times. Never had a patient complain. Had some nice compliments from nurses and administration staff. It's a very clean, very blue fragrance smell. When you first spray it on, it has a nice citrusy smell. Then it dries down to a soft lavender powder. Not sweet at all, but I mean, it smells manly in my opinion. Highly versatile. It will work great in the hospital setting. Number 2 on the list is Creed Silver Mountain Water. Now this is a little bit different than the other parfums or fragrances I have in the list. Reason why is because it has a totally different scent profile. And what I mean by that is, I have it sprayed on my arm. It has a nice floral scent. If you're looking for a fresh floral scent that not woodsy at all, not lavender or powdery or sweet like say Bleu de Chanel, or even woodsy or mysterious like, SEDLEY, this is the way to go. And this is one of Creed's popular models along with Aventus. Rightfully so. It's a very fresh, very floral scent that actually can be unisex, can be worn by a man or by a woman. I mean, anyone can pull it off. To me, it smells confidence. It has like a healing power in a way. I know that's weird to say, but in a hospital setting, healthcare worker, having this on is just really, really nice. I personally get around 6 to 7 hours of longevity. Projection is not that strong. I would say maybe if I'm lucky, 3 to 3.5 feet, depending on how many sprays I put on. That's why I feel like it's appropriate for the hospital scent. But when you walk by someone, when you're walking by someone and they smell your scent profile, they smell the air that you push towards them, they will smell Silver Mountain water and they're going to be blown away on how beautiful this smells and how appropriate this could be in a hospital setting. Last but not least on my list is by ROJA Parfums. This is ELYSIUM. This is another blue fragrance, a very highly versatile fragrance. In my opinion, it's probably one of my favorite blue fragrances in my entire lineup right here, in my entire collection period. Oh man, that smells so fresh. I mean, it smells like you just walked out of the shower in a very aquatic, oceanic environment, if that makes any sense. It's not offensive. You'll get some nice compliments from the people you work with your peers. They're going to say, oh man, someone smells really nice and fresh. This right here. Oh man, it's really great. I love to wear this when I'm working in a hospital setting because I know it's appropriate. All I get is compliments and I feel so good. I feel so clean, so successful when I'm wearing this fragrance right here. I highly, highly recommend this to anyone, especially if you're in healthcare like myself. Gents, there you have it. 5 different fragrances that I feel like is appropriate for the hospital setting. You're a healthcare worker. You don't want to have something that's offensive and will choke out your patients, but instead give you nice compliments from your peers in the hospital setting. These 5 will always work for you because it works for me. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are there other fragrances? Maybe you work in the healthcare setting. That's why you clicked on this video. Maybe you have a different fragrance that you wear. Let us know in the comment below. Let the whole community know so we can all learn from each other. Make sure you're subscribed. Help this channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.